Hi, my name is Wendy Atkinson, and I want to thank you for visiting my blog. Today I'm going to be talking about, or summarizing and reflecting on an article called Assistive Technology for Kids with Learning Disabilities, an overview. It's written by Kristen Stanbury and Marshall H. Raskind, and it was published in 2009. I chose this article for a couple of reasons. First, I work in the Children's Literature Clearinghouse right in Western Campus in Miller Hall in the basement right next door to Urshig Center, and I see what happens over there a lot, and it's really interesting to me. I always feel like I could use more tools and more updated tools to assist me in differentiating instruction in my classroom. And then third, my buddy Genovia Chunick recommended this article to me. In this article, they're going to address a few things. What is assistive technology for learning disabled individuals? What types of learning problems does assistive technology address? What kinds of assistive technology tools are available? And then it also discusses your child's profile. So this particular article is geared toward parents. It says here that assistive technology is available for people with certain types of disabilities, and it can range from cognitive issues to physical issues. This particular article is going to focus on people with learning disabilities or challenges when they're learning. The definition that this article uses for assistive technology is any device or piece of equipment or system that helps bypass, work around, or compensate for an individual's specific learning deficits. And there are three really important things in this article that it makes some distinctions. It says there are three distinct ways that assistive technologies can help individuals with special needs. The first really important distinction is assistive technology doesn't cure or eliminate learning difficulties, but it can help a person reach their potential because it allows them to capitalize on their strengths to help alleviate some of the difficulties in their areas of need. The second thing is assistive technologies can also compensate for a student's deficit in terms of their skills, and so it can provide a remedial instruction to help alleviate some of those difficulties, such as in reading, or maybe they can use some software to help them with their phonics skills, things like that. Then the third thing says that assistive technology can increase a child's self-reliance. And I thought this was really important. So what it's saying is students and individuals with learning disabilities can sometimes become dependent on others for assistance because their disability creates a need for that. And one of the really wonderful things about assistive technology is it can help them become more independent so that they can have this technology that can help them where they used to have to depend on another person for that. This article says that there are assistive technology tools that help students who struggle with several different areas. They name 5 areas. You can find assistive technology to help students with listening, math, organization and memory, reading, and writing. The term assistive technology usually has been applied to computer hardware, software, electronic devices, and now it also includes things that are on the internet. This article lists about 17 specific tools that are assistive technology. I'm not going to talk about each one of them. There are a couple of them that are really really interesting. Like my cell phone could be an assistive technology because it helps me be organized. I can take notes and it can read them back to me later. I also have Siri, so I can ask her questions and she can help me, spelling, whatever. So I thought it was interesting that after reading this article, I can kind of look at some of the things in my life that I'm using as assistive technology or could be used by others. Some of the really interesting things they're talking about is a personal FM listening system so that students can just, who are having difficulties hearing, can just hear what someone says. Also, there's a program that it records speech. It's called a variable speed tape recorder. So it can record a lecture in class, and then it can play it back to you later, but it can play it slower and it not in a distorted way. So it doesn't, you know, it's not going to sound like, it'll sound like the person's voice, only slower. So for people who need to take notes or whatever, but just can't write really fast, it would be really helpful. So those are just a few things that I thought were very interesting. I suggest you read the article and check it out. It's great. This article also talks about your child's profile, so it's sort of a cautionary note to parents. Before you buy assistive technology, there's a lot of flashy stuff out there. Make sure that you're thinking, what are my child's specific needs or challenges, and what academic skill area does he or she struggle in? And then it's saying, be sure you think about their strengths too. You need to make sure that it's working off of your child's strength to help with their weakness or their challenge. Then it's also saying, be thinking about what they're interested in, what their skills are, and what their experience is in that specific technology. They may need some training using it in order to get the benefit from it. Also think about what's the setting and the situation that they will be using the technology in, and also is it going to help them function better? That has to be at the forefront. My reaction to this article, when I think about this particular article, I learned that there are a lot of helpful programs out there that I need to be aware of and have in my classroom, and that there are multiple applications for just one of the technologies, assistive technologies. And so you could have one tool in your classroom, say an iPad, and it could assist numerous students with needs, just depending on the application that you run. One of the things that's really sort of an undercurrent in this article, but I think it needs to be addressed more, and that wasn't the focus of this article, but you need it when you're teaching students with special needs or any classroom, you need to think about what's the objective of my lesson. If you're teaching a social studies lesson and students need to read the textbook chapter to find out what were the causes of World War II, what were the major causes of World War II, then you need to think about, am I expecting students to read this text because why? If my objective is for them to identify and discuss what were the causes of World War II, then it shouldn't be a problem for students to listen to that story on tape if they have difficulty reading at the reading level that the textbook is written at. So you need to be sure you're aware of what your objectives are. Don't expect students to read texts that are above their level if you want them to comprehend it. That's for your literacy block or the literacy teacher to think about. Yes, those students need to build their skills, but we know from all the research that students are not going to learn to be better readers if they're not reading at their reading level, and they cannot be expected to understand it. So give them the skills, give them the tools they need to learn what they need to know from you, and some assistive technology might help you with that. Have a great day, and thanks for listening to my blog.